Hi there. So, I think as we grow older, we realize that life has new meaning. There are things in life that we can do to be happier. And as an over 50 woman, that's happened to me. And today I just wanted to share some things with you. My name is Sonia, and I am over 50, almost 60, and started this channel entitled Gentle Wisdom. I just wanted to share the many lessons that I've learned as a woman over my life, and hopefully some of these things will help you. I know over the years I have realized that there are things that I just quit doing, or I had to quit doing, in order to be happier and to be more peaceful. So today I'm going to share those things with you. Here are 10 things that I have changed to make my life better. So number one would be people pleasing. I have to be honest and say that I'm still working on this. It's been a lifetime of a habit that I'm trying to change, and that's difficult some days, but being aware of it and that I've done it for such a long time, I think, is the first step. So part of that people pleasing is saying yes to things and people that say yes to things that I don't want to do. I'm afraid that if I say no to somebody for something, they're going to get mad at me, and I just want to avoid conflict. So what I've learned is it's okay to say no. Say no to things you don't want to do and say yes to things that you do. If people are going to get mad, they're going to get mad either way, and that's their problem. But you really have to find a way to find peace with that and to be happy with it. It's just, if someone's going to get angry about something, if they asked you to do something and you say no, be kind about it. If it's something you don't want to do, thank them for inviting you or whatever the situation. And if they get mad, it's their problem. So just say no. Number two is not feeling good enough. I have felt this way my whole life. Again, it's something that I'm still working on, but I have really tried to change that mindset. I know it started at a very young age. I've dealt with it my whole life, and it's a habit that I am definitely changing. I've thought that there's something wrong with me, especially in certain situations where, in a relationship, if somebody doesn't want to be with me, I think that I'm not good enough or there's something wrong with me. And I've learned through years of work in therapy that goes back to childhood. So I heard it explained in a really interesting and emotional way. Is if you look at babies, look at yourself as a child or a baby in a nursery, or just picture yourself going to a nursery and seeing all those babies and how precious and how wonderful they are, just how sweet and innocent. Try to look at yourself that way and just know that you are good enough. Either way, you're a good person, you're good enough, and step out of your suffering. Instead of telling yourself in your mind that you're not good enough, continue to say, I am good. I am a good person and I am good enough. And hopefully that mindset will shift. Number three is I stopped buying things that I don't love. In my younger years, I would, before I had my son, I would spend money frivolously and just buy whatever, spend my paychecks, buy clothes, buy things for my house. And I think now as I've gotten older, if I'm going to spend money on something, I take some time to either read reviews online or to just really take that purchase into consideration. Especially if it's a larger purchase, I want to make sure that I love it before I spend the money. Money is precious, and especially to me as a single mom, I really need to, or I have had to really watch my spending. Now that I'm a little bit older, I can, I have a better job and have more money. And I just want to make sure that things that I do purchase, whether it's for my house or whatever it is, that I love it. I don't want things in my house anymore that I don't look at and that I don't love. And number 4, along that same line, I stopped buying things that are cheap. My motto is you get what you pay for, and that just holds true. I can look at a purchase, and whether it's clothing, whether it's furniture, I would prefer spending the extra money and having that item last a really long time and know that that purchase, the money that I spent on it, was well worth it. And just to give you an example, I recently was looking for some furniture, a couch specifically, and decided that I was going to go online. And as many of you know, there's lots of things online that you can purchase. More so, stores and things are going out of business. And I decided after many months and reading many reviews that I was going to make this purchase of a couch online. The reviews were wonderful. The couch was comfortable and it looked like an item that I was looking for, until I got it home and realized that it was not well made. It was uncomfortable, and I had to put the thing together myself. It took hours. I did this by myself, put this thing together, and when I got it all together, it was awful and uncomfortable, and I was so disappointed because I wanted to love it so much, and ended up having to send it back. And it took away so much time, a whole weekend. I then had to pack it up and send it back, and realized that a purchase like that is so important. It was a large purchase. It was an expensive purchase, and I lived and learned, even at my age, that it's better to spend extra money for an item, especially furniture that you see in person. There's all kinds of furniture stores in the areas, and I luckily found a store that was a family-owned store, and they had well-made furniture, and it was exactly what I was looking for. I just could have kicked myself because I wish I would have done that initially, and went there and purchased this couch, and I found a lovely couch, and they delivered it, and I love it. And again, lesson learned. Just, at least in my eyes, you have to, a purchase like that, you have to see it in person. You have to sit on it. You have to see how it's made. And so I lived and learned. And again, at my age, I'm still learning. So number 5, I stopped caring what people think. Whether it's what they think of me, what they think of my life, what they think of what I'm doing. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody can be critical of you and your situation when they're not in your situation. So I've lived my life. I've lived a pretty good life, and I still do. And whether it's an opinion about how I've raised my son, whether it's an opinion about a job, whether it's an opinion about a relationship, I'm really, I still value other people's opinions, and I do ask for those. But when it comes to certain things, I really stopped caring about what people think. Especially being a single woman and a single mom for many years. I just am realizing that it's just me. I'm here for myself. Nobody is coming to save me. So I've got to live my life the best way I know how. And, I just have tried to learn that I just don't care what people think. Number 6 is I have stopped chasing people. I have learned that if somebody wants to be with you, they will. They will make the time to be with you. I spent a lot of years when I was younger, going after people, relationships and things like that, just trying to convince people to be with me. And I have to say I've done it recently as well, and again, it's a habit that's with you, and it's you can work on it, and it's, you know, you still have those feelings and things come back, but I've learned that, again, people are going to make the time for you if they want to be with you, and just I've stopped chasing people. Number 7, I have stopped arguing with toxic people. Along that same line of people criticize and have an opinion and things like that, and I have people in my life that are toxic. They always have an opinion, and they're always going to have something negative to say, and people are going to have an opinion either way. Most people, you're not going to change their mind about their negative feelings or how they feel. So I've really just stopped arguing or giving my opinion about something with toxic people. It's just not going to work, and it's a waste, and it's a waste of your energy and your time. So number 8 would be losing my patience and getting angry over things I can't control. Things are going to happen in your life that you have no control over, and there's really no reason to get angry or to lose your patience and to yell and scream or whatever. Things are going to happen. Just most things that happen are out of your control. Just let it happen and move on. I had a situation a couple years ago where I was at a football game and had a valet take my car keys and take my car and park it. We went to the game, and you just come back and they get your car for you. So it's late at night. We come back to the parking lot to the valet to get my car, and they cannot find my keys. And we were there for hours into the morning, and my keys were not found. We are a couple hours away from home, and we ended up having to take an Uber home, a couple hour drive. I got home at 5 o'clock in the morning, and when this situation was occurring, I realized, just looking back on it, I really could have handled it differently, because a situation like that, it was completely out of my control. I was angry at the time, but I couldn't, I was helpless. I could not do anything about it. I just tried to remain calm. Didn't work most of the time, but I look back on that now, and I think I really, really could have handled that differently. And I should have, and I really learned from that. But the same scenario, it's just for things happen for a reason, I guess, is the way I try to look at it too. Is you know, if for some reason you're delayed, you're late for an appointment or whatever, your car doesn't start, or you have to stop and get gas, and you know you're late for an appointment, you for whatever reason, I try to remember that, okay, there's a reason why I'm running late, whether it's I avoided an accident on the way or whatever. I just try to be laid back about situations now, and not lose my patience and get angry about them. So number 9 would be, I stopped abusing my body and not caring for myself. Mainly over the years, I drank alcohol excessively every day for a period of time, and realized that, you know, I think you realize as you get older, you have to really take care of your body and take care of yourself and your health. And that would include not putting substances in your body, going for regular checkups and appointments and things like that. I also was diagnosed with breast cancer a couple years ago, and missed my mammogram one year, and realized how important appointments are, especially as you get older. You know, if I would not have missed that appointment, who knows what would have happened. It would have been found earlier, but I'm fine now. But you just, you know, as you grow older, I think you realize that you have to take care of yourself. And finally, number 10 is, I stopped putting my dreams aside and realized that I have to do things for myself now. I was a single mother, and well, I'm still a single mother, but I raised a son. I with the help of co-parenting with his dad. But I raised a son for 18 years. He's now 19 and trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life. And I realized that, okay, this is now my time, a time that I have to figure out what I want to do. And right now it's just me, and he's still living with me, but he is eventually going to be out on his own. And I have things that I have dreamed about that I've wanted to do. And whether it's traveling or, spending extra time with friends, a dream of starting a business. I'm doing things for myself now, and it's really my time, and it's something that I no longer want to put off. As you get older, I think you realize how important things like that are, and just don't put things off. So there you have it, the 10 things that I have changed in my life to find peace and happiness. Again, I'm still working on a lot of this, and I hope it was helpful to you. And if there's anything else that you can think of that you have done to change in your life that has, brought happiness and peace to your life as well, please share it. I'd love to hear it in the comments, and I will see you next time.